Metabolism. Now all cells function as a biochemical factory. Now in a living cell, the biomolecules are constantly synthesized and are transformed to some other biomolecule. Okay, that is happening constantly. Now all these interconnected chemical reactions occurring in the cell are referred to as metabolism. Now this metabolism is a Greek word which means change. Now each chemical reaction results into the transformation of the chemical compound, and the chemical compounds which are involved in these reactions, in these processes, are known as metabolites. Okay, so metabolites are the chemical compounds which are involved in the chemical reactions. Now majority of the metabolic reactions don't occur in isolation. Okay, majority of the metabolic reactions are linked with some other reaction. So this majority of the metabolic reaction occurs in a series of the linked chemical reactions, which is known as metabolic pathway, and in this metabolic pathway one chemical is transformed to another chemical through a series of steps. Now these metabolic pathways proceed in a stepwise manner, transforming the substrate into end product through a many specific chemical intermediates. Okay, this substrate goes through many specific chemical intermediates and then it is converted into the end product. Okay, that is what is happening in the metabolic pathway. Now each step of the metabolic pathway, it is catalyzed by a specific enzyme. There is always a specific enzyme which is catalyzing the steps of the metabolic pathway. So in a metabolic pathway, you start with a starting molecule, okay, and on that starting molecule enzyme 1 acts, and this enzyme 1 is specific for this reaction. Okay, and that starting molecule is converted into an intermediate, then that intermediate is converted into another intermediate with the help of another specific enzyme, then that intermediate is converted into your product with the help of a specific enzyme. So this is how the metabolic pathway looks like. There are several steps by which you are converting your substrate into product through various intermediates and with the help of specific enzymes for each reaction. Now these metabolic pathways can be linear, cyclic and spiral. Okay, for example, glycolysis have a linear pathway, whereas this citric acid cycle has cyclic pathway, and the fatty acid synthesis have spiral metabolic pathway. Now the flow of metabolites through metabolic pathway have a definite rate and definite direction. Okay, the flow of metabolites have definite rate and definite direction. And why this flow of metabolite has definite rate and direction? Because the biomolecules present in the cell are in the continuous state of degradation and resynthesis. They are continuously degraded and they are continuously resynthesized, and that is the reason why the flow of metabolites has a definite rate and direction. Now this is known as the dynamic state of body constituents. Okay, the state in which the biomolecules of your body are in the continual state of degradation and resynthesis is known as dynamic state of body constituents. Now this metabolism serves two fundamentally different purposes. Now the first purpose is the generation of energy to drive the vital functions, and the second purpose is the synthesis of the biomolecules. Okay, so the generation of energy and the synthesis of biomolecules, these are the two fundamentally different purposes of metabolism. Now to achieve that, the metabolic pathway falls into two categories, that is anabolic pathway and catabolic pathway. Okay, anabolic pathway and the catabolic pathway are the two categories into which metabolic pathways fall into. Now these anabolic pathways are involved in the synthesis of compounds. Okay, by anabolic pathway we do synthesis of compounds, and in anabolic pathway there is consumption of energy, and that is the reason why the nature of this anabolic pathway is endergonic, that is it consumes energy and synthesize compounds. So synthesis of amino acids or the synthesis of polypeptide from amino acid is an example of the anabolic pathways. Okay, during the synthesis of amino acids there is consumption of energy, and that is the reason why the synthesis of amino acid or the synthesis of polypeptide from amino acid is endergonic reaction. Now this catabolic pathways involves the oxidative breakdown of large complex molecules. Okay, large complex molecules are broken down in catabolic pathways, and this breaking down of this large chemical complex molecules releases energy, and that is the reason why these catabolic pathways are known as exergonic. Okay, their nature is exergonic, that is they are releasing energy. Now when glucose is broken down into lactic acid in our skeletal muscle, there is release of energy, and that is the example of the catabolic pathway. That is, you are breaking down, you are oxidatively breaking down glucose, and that results in the release of energy which you use, and this is happening in your skeletal muscle. So this is the example of catabolic pathway. Now this living organism have learned to trap this energy which is liberated during the degradation of the biomolecules. Okay, when biomolecules are degraded, the energy is trapped and it is stored in the chemical bonds. Okay, that is what living organisms do with the energy which is obtained by the degradation of the big biomolecules. They trap it and they store it into chemical bonds. And whenever this living organism needs energy, this bond energy is utilized for to do biosynthetic work and to do mechanical work. Okay, whenever they need energy, they break these bonds and obtain energy from it. Now the most important form of the energy currency is ATP. Okay, ATP is the most important form of the energy currency. Now some pathways can be either anabolic or they can be catabolic, and that depends upon the energy condition in the cell. Okay, whatever the energy condition is there in the cell, the pathway will change accordingly. Now that kind of pathways are known as amphibolic pathway. Okay, amphibolic pathway can be an anabolic or it can be catabolic, and that depends upon the energy condition in the cell. Now this amphibolic pathway occur at the crossroads of the metabolism, and these amphibolic pathways are the link between anabolic pathway and catabolic pathway. Okay, and the example of this amphibolic pathway is citric acid cycle. So citric acid cycle can be anabolic or it can be catabolic, and it depends upon the energy conditions in the cell.